What do we mean when we say all you need is an idea and Intel inside? That in today's fast-moving, high-tech world, big ideas are powered by a one-of-a-kind partnership with Intel, because our customer-first approach is more than just a byline. From the moment we put the silicon in Silicon Valley, Intel has been accelerating the industry in big ways, setting a course for a new era of bold innovation. No one else is this obsessed with engineering a brighter future. That's why we're driving the industry's biggest inflection points, putting intelligence where it's needed most, in ways that only Intel can, with a multi-architecture approach that empowers our customers to transform their businesses from the inside out. We're democratizing AI in big ways, combining software and hardware to open up new possibilities. And we're moving that innovation around the world at lightning speeds with our advances in 5G. Collaborating with global operators and creating a new vision for networks of the future. We're taking intelligence and bringing it to the edge. Accelerating business outcomes with over 30,000 edge-to-cloud solution deployments. And we're taking that same innovation to the streets, deploying new technology and advanced data layers to make autonomous driving not only possible, but safe and seamless. Every day, we create world-changing technology that enriches the lives of every person on Earth. Making bold moves, because Intel has the unique portfolio breadth and depth, plus the global scale to serve as an unparalleled catalyst for our partners' biggest ambitions. So if you've got a big idea, let's go off and do something wonderful together.
Hi everyone, and welcome to COMPUTEX. I'm Nash Palaniswamy, Vice President and General Manager of AI, HPC, and Data Center Accelerators, Solutions and Sales at Intel. I'm excited to share some news and updates from all across Intel today with a special focus on developments around artificial intelligence and high-performance computing. The opening video talked about a pursuit of big ideas. And if you saw Michelle's keynote yesterday, you know that all of us here at Intel are driven by the big idea captured by a very clear long-term purpose: to create world-changing technology that improves the life of every human on the planet. Today, I'd like to share how we are helping to make that a reality with the help of artificial intelligence and high-performance computing, which offers massive potential to impact the world in a positive way. Of course, the only way we can hope to achieve such an ambitious purpose is to work closely with the broadest and deepest set of ecosystem partners in the industry. Many of the longest and closest of those partnerships are with companies based right here in Taiwan. As a company, and in close coordination with our partners, especially our Taiwanese ecosystem, Intel is pursuing a world-changing purpose on multiple fronts through an unmatched portfolio with expanding capabilities to move, store, and process data in exciting new ways. Our multi-architecture roadmap is focused on accelerating workloads of every shape and size, with a system-level architecture and innovative technologies that let users flex to a new level of AI and HPC performance. And with one API, it's finally possible to develop across diverse architectures with a single, open, standards-based platform. Today, I'm excited to share more details about a growing range of XPU architectures, starting with Xeon, the most broadly deployed CPU in AI and HPC. Xeon has been the workhorse of HPC for more than 2 decades, and more recently, it's played the same role for AI. Users trust Xeon because of this rich history. They've seen multiple generations of innovation, from vectorization, optimization to sub-NUMA clustering, and finally, to built-in AI acceleration in every CPU. Let's look at what new innovations the latest 3rd-gen Intel Xeon scalable processor family brings to the equation. For workloads that benefit from more compute, we have increased core counts and boosted instructions per clock, and applications that take advantage of Intel AVX 512 and other built-in instruction set will all see even greater acceleration. We've also enhanced L1 and L2 cache sizes and re-architected buffer and scheduler sizes to keep our execution units busier, which means you can extract more performance from your parallel codes. For applications that rely on fast data movement, our third-gen Xeon Scalable two-socket SKUs offer PCIe Gen 4 with up to 64 lanes for more and faster I/O. And our distributed asynchronous object store, or DAOS, which is part of the Xeon platform, delivers exceptionally high bandwidth and IOPS. For jobs where memory bandwidth and capacity are critical, we've increased memory channels and now support the new Optane Persistent 200 series with up to 6 terabytes of total system memory per socket. We're especially excited to see the impact for applications that already benefit from persistent memory, like OpenFOAM for fluid dynamics, using AI to analyze large medical scans that can't be downsampled, workloads that are simpler to run on a single node than distribute on many more. For multi-purpose systems that require different configurations for different workloads, only Intel delivers 3 configs in one CPU. Thanks to our built-in speed select technology, you choose from several different core count and frequency options, enabling more granular control over your AI and HPC performance. In addition, it's hard to believe, but Xeon is still the only x86 data center CPU with built-in acceleration for the fastest growing workload on the planet, artificial intelligence. Intel DL Boost technology with VNNI instructions speed deep learning inference and leverages 5+ years of extensive optimization for popular libraries, frameworks, and tools. Third Gen Xeon also delivers advanced security technologies, Intel crypto acceleration, Intel total memory encryption, enhanced cryptographic processing, and Intel software guard extensions, which enable a trusted execution environment with up to 1 terabyte of available protected space. As always, Xeon systems are easy to deploy and optimize, both on-prem and in the cloud with the development tools you're already familiar with. And thanks to our decades of software community engagement, commercial and open source codes are optimized to run exceptionally well on Xeon architecture. And finally, with one API, it's possible to develop across diverse architectures with a single open standards-based platform, a first. Of course, we love to talk about our own features and capabilities, but the real test is how Xeon stacks up against our competitors. Let's start with object detection, where our latest third-gen 40-core processor delivers up to 25x performance versus AMD EPYC Milan 64-core. And since most data scientists don't run a single AI benchmark, we looked at a recent Kaggle survey and benchmarked a broad range of 20 popular machine and deep learning models, including training and inference. Across this broad set of AI workloads, the latest third-gen 40-core has up to 1.5x higher performance on a geo mean compared to a competitor's 64-core. We did the same against the latest GPUs in the market and outperformed it by 1.3x for a broad mix of AI workloads. This is the benefit of DL Boost and AVX 512. Moreover, for HPC, the latest Xeon Scalable processors also outperforms AMD EPYC Milan processors across a wide range of real-world workloads, including NAMD for molecular dynamics, where AVX 512 support again makes a huge difference, as well as Reliant for cryo-EM and Monte Carlo in finance. And stay tuned for even more optimized workload benchmarks at International Supercomputing later this month. Of course, the decision criteria for adopting critical new technology goes well beyond the basic metrics of speeds and feeds. In fact, one of the most valuable benefits of Intel Xeon Scalable processors isn't even part of the chip. It's the industry's deepest and broadest ecosystem of optimized software for AI and HPC. An ecosystem we have helped nurture and evolve for decades, and a key component in optimizing total solution performance. From where you manage your data to open source and ISV tools and apps that you rely on for AI and HPC, Intel optimizations have you covered for the best out-of-the-box performance. Let's zoom in to take a look at a few of these software optimization benefits. There are many startups creating AI hardware accelerators, promising huge performance gains. But did you know that you can get a software AI accelerator? Take scikit-learn, the most popular machine learning library, for example. Simply installing the optimized Intel extensions can yield up to 100x performance at no additional cost using a Xeon architecture. Similarly, for deep learning, if you're not already using the Intel optimizations for TensorFlow, one of the most popular frameworks, you could be leaving up to 10x performance on the table. OpenVINO is another example, popular deep learning tool that is growing exponentially, thanks to its ability to easily deploy pre-trained models for deep learning inference across multiple hardware targets, from cloud to the edge. With optimal efficiency and almost no accuracy loss, OpenVINO can deliver up to 10x performance gains using DL Boost on Xeon. In HPC, our engineers collaborate with open source and commercial developers to ensure the applications run optimally on Intel architectures. For NAMD, an award-winning molecular dynamics code used extensively in COVID-19 research, our unique TILES algorithm running on 3rd Gen Xeon delivers an astounding 143% performance boost. If you are a financial services firm performing derivatives computation on a daily basis, a software tuned for Intel Xeon will dramatically faster due to AVX-Y12. And thanks to our work with partners like ANSYS, engineers are able to accelerate their designs to bring safer, more performant products to market faster. But don't just take my word about Intel Xeon scalable processors. Let's look at how they're helping to improve lives through health outcomes with AI and HPC. In this case, we are a partnership with the Montefiore Medical Center.
Montefiore has always been very forward-looking about technology, about the uses of IT, the electronic medical record, looking at population health as instead of individual patient health, to be at the interface with science, technology, philosophy. It's just a really fun place to be thinking about all these things.
We have a patient who presented to me with myelopathy, dysfunction of the spinal cord. What we do right now is we look at the imaging and we try to identify whether or not a patient has a metastasis. What would be very powerful is for an AI-based algorithm to be able to actually identify patients with or without metastases, to screen patients based on their imaging. If we could identify these patients months, even sometimes years in advance, and really hone in on which patients are likely to develop this kind of paralysis, then we can really treat them earlier and prevent this from happening in the first place.
I believe that AI can really help not solve this problem, but help solve this problem in a sort of a incremental way. Part of our challenge is, how do you make AI invisible? So that it runs as fast as possible, that the doctors don't even know that there's AI running behind the scenes.
You need to build a system that really understands patients and get the outputs of those algorithms and integrate it into this holistic understanding of the patient. That's what we have been building at Montefiore. Patient-centered analytic learning machine is a system of creating a digital representation of patient from all of the data that we collect about the patient, from all of our devices, EMR systems, patients' own narratives when they talk to us, as well as data that we may collect through digital devices and remote sensing at home, and shares this holistic understanding of the patient with hundreds of AI models. Technology companies are now playing a huge role in redefining medicine, redefining healthcare. We think that the future for healthcare is going to be in the intersection of the traditional medicine, the way we know it, and a lot of technical advancement and innovation that will happen. And that's where we have been focusing on working with Intel.
The thing that sort of excites me about AI and healthcare intersection is because this is going to be a game changer for many industries, but healthcare is a place where you're actually going to make a difference on people's lives, and that to me is very powerful.
Thank you, doctors Eskandar, Yanamadala, Mirhaji, and team. Of course, we are not only focused on big iron, AI, and HPC computing in the cloud and data center. We're also improving lives at the edge in PCs and other devices. And just think how quickly Some of these capabilities have gone mainstream. We are all benefiting these days from noise reduction, background blurring capabilities in video conferencing. You can easily transcribe meeting minutes from recordings. And if you're a creative photo or video editor, you can now instantly remove blurs, stylize videos, search your archives, and enhance content with a few clicks. And we're seeing innovative new applications using this technology, like personalized workouts that I hope can help lower my golf handicap. Let's hear from Zoom, a company that is synonymous with keeping us all connected through video conferencing by harnessing Intel's technology with built-in AI acceleration during this pandemic.
Zoom is known for our ease of use, video quality, audio quality, and performance in low bandwidth environments. We are also the pioneer in introducing virtual backgrounds for your mobile, your laptop, desktop, etc. And the virtual background actually provides privacy between your work and your home, given that most of us are working from home nowadays. To further enhance, Zoom also introduced video and PowerPoint virtual backgrounds, and lately the immersive view. All these features rely heavily on AI and deep learning inference in particular, which benefits from Intel Deep Neural Network Library on our Windows clients. Building on these innovations and technologies provided by Intel on the consumer and the commercial platforms, Zoom has introduced advanced AI background noise reduction to automatically reduce environmental noises such as fans, dog barking, vacuum cleaner, to make the meeting experience even better. We appreciate the flexibility and the performance optimization from Intel One API, as well as the video hardware acceleration. And we are looking forward to working closer with Intel on their new technologies and see how we can use them to innovate for our customers. Thank you.
Thank you, Velu. Let's also hear from Adobe, a company that is synonymous with creativity and is also harnessing Intel's technology with built-in AI acceleration.
Now, transferring large files is a major pain point for all creators. Whether we're transferring hours of content stored on external hard drives or simply moving files from one machine to another over Wi-Fi, transfer times translate to lost productivity. As part of our own AI revolution, Adobe has been working closely with Intel to ensure creators spend more time creating and less time waiting. The key, optimizing Adobe Sensei on Intel platforms. When I'm ready to create, I need a system that can keep up. I need a system that performs across my entire workflow, including import, editing, exporting in Premiere, creating effects in After Effects and thumbnails in Photoshop. That's where Intel and Adobe's collaboration really makes a difference. They've optimized the system to be able to handle the creator's needs across the entire creative workflow. I was blown away by the performance. I mean, I could scrub 4K and 6K timelines in Premiere Pro with no lag, and Sensei was blazing fast when using auto reframe. With everything I've been hearing, I can't wait to get my hands on Intel's 11th gen system with Xe graphics to really see what new performance improvements Intel has developed.
Thank you, Jason. Now, let's turn our attention to the full category of processors we call our XPU architectures. While Xeon is the most widely used platform for the broad set of AI and HPC usages, accelerators are key for larger scale and more dedicated training workloads. We offer the most variety of domain-specific AI accelerators, XPUs, built on the One API open standards for greater interoperability. If you're running a multitude of workloads where AI and/or HPC are part of the mix, then the CPU with optimized software is the place to start. With Xeon from the cloud to edge, to Core from edge to device, to Atom in low-power devices. For high-performance computing deployments, where you often have a high percentage of data parallel workloads like AI, HPC, media, graphics, Intel Xeon processors with our Intel Xe GPU discrete acceleration will likely be your best option from cloud to edge. We also recognize that for AI thought leaders, compute can be dominated by deep learning training. And for those applications, Habana acceleration in the cloud may be the best option. And for extremely low power deep learning inference at the edge, Intel Movidius VPUs are the best solution. Sometimes an FPGA could be a good option also. Finally, for custom deep learning, pathfinding, and research, use Intel FPGAs. I'd like to invite some of our customers to explain why they opted for each of these different architectures to suit their unique AI and HPC needs. Despite not yet being launched, our XC GPUs have already been selected for major supercomputing deployments, including the Aurora project with the US Department of Energy. And as was recently announced, the SuperMerc NG Phase 2 supercomputer at LRZ. Let's hear from Professor Dr. Dieter Kranzmüller at LRZ about why they selected Intel's next-gen CPU and GPU for their upcoming supercomputer expansion.
Thanks, Nash. It's great to be with you virtually for COMPUTEX 2021. LRZ supports groundbreaking research and education across a wide range of disciplines. Our users tackle some of the most important and difficult computational challenges in the world today. Intel is a key partner in this effort. We build on Intel portfolio and we will integrate their diverse architectures and innovative memory and storage to ensure that LRZ is ready to support our HPC users' success today and tomorrow. We recently announced our plans to expand SuperMerc NG to address new demand across multiple fields, with physics and medicine to the humanities. This means even more powerful computing, to be sure, but also support for multiple XPU architectures and innovations in high-performance storage. For computing, Intel is providing the blended environment we need, with next-generation Intel Xeon Scalable processors, codenamed Sapphire Rapids, with built-in acceleration for new HPC and AI workloads, plus Ponte Vecchio, Intel's upcoming GPU. Since our users need to access data as quickly as possible, we'll be using Intel Deos for fast, high bandwidth, low latencies, and high IOPS storage on a system with third-generation Xeon processors and Optane persistent memory. It is exciting to plan how this will deliver improvements in diverse areas, from biomedicine to astrophysics. We're looking forward to see what new projects this system will make possible.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Dieter Kranzmüller. For customers who are looking for a 100% AI-based processor to push the limits of deep learning, the Gaudi and Goya processors from Habana, a new Intel company, offers high efficiency, scalability, and portability. And this led the San Diego Supercomputing Center to select them for the upcoming Voyager project. Let's hear from Sean Strandy, Deputy Director, San Diego Supercomputing Center.
Here at the San Diego Supercomputer Center on the UC San Diego campus, we're excited to be building the Voyager AI supercomputer, which will be a resource to the national research community through funding by the National Science Foundation. I'm Sean Strandy, Deputy Director of the San Diego Supercomputer Center and Project Manager for Voyager's design and deployment. Computational science and engineering are entering a new era where AI is becoming essential to advancing discoveries across every field of research. We chose Sabana Labs' Gaudi Accelerator for deep learning training and Goya Accelerator for inference because we believe they have the potential to dramatically improve the ease of use and reduce the time to discovery for researchers who are using AI. Gaudi and Goya were designed from the ground up for high performance, high efficiency, and scalable AI data center operations. When paired with the third generation Intel Xeon Scalable processor, we'll have one of the most capable supercomputers on the planet. We're excited to bring Voyager to the community in support of a wide array of AI research projects in astronomy, climate sciences, chemistry, particle physics, and other such projects after the supercomputer launches this fall. We can't wait to turn researchers loose on Voyager with Intel's and Habana's AI compute capabilities.
Thanks, Sean. For customers looking for 100% AI acceleration for deep learning at the edge, especially where power is a constraint, the Intel Movidius Vision Processing Unit, VPU, product line is a great option. And let's hear from Aurangzeb Khan, Senior VP, Intelligent Vision Systems at Jabra, about why they opted for Intel's VPU.
Hi, I'm Aurangzeb Khan, the Senior Vice President of Intelligent Video Systems at GN Jabra, where our vision is to create an intelligent, more effortless collaboration experience for everyone. To make it a reality, we use Intel technology that extends outstanding AI performance to the edge. The Jabra Panicast 20 personal video conferencing device and the Jabra Panicast 50 intelligent video bar are designed to make collaboration more natural, engaging, and intuitive. To ensure our users spend their time focused on their work, not the technology, we turn to Intel and their Movidius Myriad X products to deliver power-efficient edge AI performance in a relatively small form factor. Security and privacy are top concerns in the distributed workplace, and the edge AI processing capabilities in the Intel Movidius Myriad X product help us securely deliver the performance we need while transporting video and audio through cloud environments. Intel has been a strong partner with deep knowledge, reliable expertise, and an outstanding commitment to shared success. So they were the ideal partner for bringing the Panicast 20 and Panicast 50 to life.
Thank you, Aurangzeb. We are not just focused on the here and now of AI and HPC, but are investing heavily in the future. From dozens of R&D projects in Intel labs, to billions invested to acquire or fund startups, to multiple high-impact partnerships with leading research institutions such as Mila and the Intel Dell Open Exascale Lab at the University of Cambridge. We are leaving no stone unturned on the frontiers of AI and HPC. Whether you're a business, a builder, or a partner, Intel has a lot to offer. To learn more, please connect with us after COMPUTEX to work together. Our upcoming Intel On event in October is another great collaboration opportunity, and we look forward to seeing you there. Let's work together on the next generation of big ideas that will help improve lives through AI and HPC. Thank you.